No more questions about tonight's match? All right, we'll go into the back.
What do you think the U.S. accomplished in the tournament, and what does it bode for the future next year at the World Cup?
And where's the what?
What does it bode for the future next year at the World Cup?
Well, I think they did great in the Confederations Cup. Great accomplishment, no question about it. I think there's no correlation to performing in a Confederation Cup and a World Cup. They just happen to know what South Africa looks like. There's going to be a lot of better teams and favorite teams that haven't been to South Africa yet. I think the Confederation Cup competition is good. It's a great experience. I think the two teams that really benefited from it were the U.S. and South Africa. However, I don't believe anything you've seen in the Confederations Cup will transfer to the World Cup in any way, shape, or form. Besides the fact that you know what the hotels look like and the geography of South Africa. And I tell you that from experience. I really believe that. I think if you ask Spain and Italy and some other countries, if they didn't have to go there, they wouldn't go. They wouldn't have been in the Confederations Cup. So, you know, I think it's the performance by the U.S. team was great. They deserve a lot of credit. I think you saw a handful of positives as well as negatives today in a bunch of the games. And I think if the U.S. can use the experience in the Confederations Cup to help get their team better, it's a real positive. And I think that was the case.
Yes, Patrick.
I know you said there's very little correlation between the Confederation Cup and World Cup, but just to clarify, did you mean just on the player side or on the coaching side or all around?
All around. There's no. The World Cup is completely different in those kind of competitions. I would actually say that a meaningful World Cup qualifier is a bigger occasion than Confederations Cup.